Hi, good afternoon. This is Pam with Follow Your Brush, and I'm here to show you something that I bought myself for Christmas, but I couldn't wait. Welcome if you've never been here before. I love everything watercolor and pigments and just colors. And I share just some of my adventures and explorations. I'm not a master painter. I'm not here to give you do's and don'ts. I'm just here to share with you what I enjoy and hope you enjoy it too. I've had a lot of questions from one of my videos, which I'm going to address in another video. But thank you for asking your questions, and I will get to them and I will answer them individually with separate videos. So thanks for asking, and if you have questions you want to ask me about what I do and how I do things, feel free. In the art world, that is. Anyway, I ordered the color cubes from Renae the other day, and I shared that with you in my last video. But as I was looking at her website, oh my goodness, the things that she has are just incredible. This is that I was looking at her 2026 planners. I was telling you about my thought about keeping a planner next year that isn't necessarily for social engagements or doctor's appointments or events of that nature, but to keep track of what I've been painting and what colors I'm using, what palettes I'm using, and things of that nature. So I ordered this planner from Renae Clark's website, and I will put that in the description. And I also ordered some of her little journals. I've got those put up because I'm going to give those for Christmas gifts. But they're so beautiful. I got the spiral bound because it's just easier for me to work with. And I also got the undated calendar because I'm not really using it for my weekly planner or monthly planner or things like that. It's just going to be strictly my kind of a journal, art journal planner of what I'm doing with my art world. So this is the cover that I purchased, and I just love it. It's just beautiful. The paper is just regular paper, but she has like coloring pages for each month and trackers, and you can fill them in and you can color them with this would be a weekly spread, obviously, but you can color them with your pencils, markers, and I've been doing some with some watercolor. It's not really intended for watercolor, but they dry kind of nicely. They didn't dry too badly. So yeah, I bought this too. And I didn't wait for Christmas. It came yesterday, and I bought my daughter one as well. And when we opened the box, even though it was meant for Christmas, I'm the kind of mom and grandma that can't wait. So she's got hers too. She opened hers. And here's the different tabs for the different months. And I'm just excited about it. So here's what I have done today, since we didn't wait until Christmas. This is just the opening page, and I just put some colors in here. I call this my teddy bear palette. This has a little story to it. You know, I like to buy little palettes, little tin palettes, and I have purchased some this size that come with little wells like this, and also you can different sizes. But my mother, who has passed away like about 14 years ago now, she always carried this cute little tin with this teddy bear in her purse, and she always kept mints in it. And after she passed away, it was just something special to me, and I've always just kind of kept it with the mints. But I have taken it and I put one of my little set of plastic palettes in here. See, that comes out. And it fits right in there. Whoops, I just put it in backwards. Like that. And I put some of my favorite colors in here. So that's what I refer to as my teddy bear palette. And that's just because of my mom. And I can just slide that in my pocket, and I have some of my favorite colors. So that's the first page that I'm doing in my book. And let me show you what I did this morning. This is really fun. So see, the spiral helps. So I put in here 11, 20, 25 favorite colors, most used. And there are tons of them. I mean, I seriously, I have more than this little palette. I am all over the map. And I have children and grandchildren that have been diagnosed with ADD. When I was growing up, we didn't even know what ADD was. It was just sit still and be quiet. I was always good in school and quiet, but I don't know if it's an acquired thing, but I'm kind of ADD. I'm all over the map. But they say that could be signs of creativity too, right? So here's my little palette. I'm getting off track. And this is my first page, and I was so excited to do this morning. So I got my little teddy bear palette, and I took some paper, a scrap of paper. Well, I cut a piece of paper from my Arch travel journal, and I put down the colors as though it were the palette. So I have Hansa Yellow Light. These two are magenta, Potter's Pink, and I love Potter's Pink. Lemon Yellow, Queen Gold, New Gamboge, Nickel Hazel Yellow. A whole row of yellows. Seriously, come on. Hansa Yellow Light. But I love my yellows. And then I got a bunch of blues in a neutral tint. So I got Ultramarine Blue, Phthalo Blue Turquoise, and Danthrin Blue, which is one of my favorites, in a neutral tint. And then down here, I put some of the mixtures that I can make with this, just this little tiny palette. These are some great colors. So this is the Hansa Yellow Light and magenta. And I said this was Potter's Pink, but it can't be. It's got to be one of the blues. Ultramarine Blue, Phthalo Turquoise, and Danthrin Blue. This is magenta and Danthrin Blue. Look at that beautiful purple. Magenta and Ultramarine Blue, and magenta and Phthalo Turquoise. And then I did some of my color mixtures on the side. And like I said, this is not watercolor paper. It's just paper, but it's a nice texture. And it didn't bleed through or anything, so that was kind of fun. Then I took another little piece of Arch and rounded the corners and put it right here, and then just did a little mini painting. So that was fun. I did that this morning, and I think what I'm going to do on subsequent pages, I'm going to come back in here. I love to use Potter's Pink in my trees because I think it gives great texture and granulation. This is already dried, so I'm coming back in. So in case you wonder why in the world I would have Potter's Pink, it's great for granulation on tree barks because trees really aren't brown most of the time. And the Potter's Pink gives it a really nice granulation, and then I can build on that. Another mixture that I like to do, oh, let me see, with this palette. I'm just going to take another little piece here. Another mixture that I really like to do is my Danthrin Blue and my Queen Gold, and that gives me a nice dark. And come back in here and add some more. So look at that. That gives me a nice dark color. So even with this little tiny palette, I have a nice variety of colors that I can create. And I'm just going to kind of play with this here, darken some of this up, add some little shadow under here. And So that's one of my favorite ways to make a dark. Another color that kind of takes over, and that is your Quin Gold. And I'm going to drip some of this in here. Oh, I didn't get the Dancer in Blue off of there. It just kind of takes over. You see that? Quin Gold just does that. It'll just push away the other colors and just kind of eat up your colors, your paper. It's very pushy. But I just wanted to share some of this with you this morning, what I am doing today with from Sarah Renae Clark, this beautiful, beautiful planner, and how I'm going to use it to play. And since I did this mixture color right here, I'm going to put some little tape on that. And just put that in my book. I may change the way I do things as I go because, you know, I might find a better ways I like to do it. But here's my first page. And I did some mixes down here and around the corners. This is my palette, and then this is some of my mixtures. And then my little mini painting. So I just wanted to share what I was up to today. It's always something different, and I love it. And thank you, Sarah Renae Clark, for your beautiful work and book that you put out. And I'm really looking forward to using it. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing, and all those things we do on YouTube. And I'll see you next time and answer some questions. Bye.